My new class technically started today.
And at this point, everyone's like staring at me and I literally have to get all my stuff, get off the reformer, go out and like leave the studio.
Good morning, what is up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Hannah. If you're not new, welcome back. I literally just woke up like an hour ago, so I'm still kind of half asleep. But I just spent the first 30 minutes of my morning cleaning up my apartment. I feel like that's just something that I do every single morning, is I wake up and immediately pick up from either the weekend, which is what I was doing, or just from the day before. Like I put shoes away, put jackets away, wipe down countertops, dishwasher, you know, the whole 9 yards. Because I feel like if I clean in the morning, it kind of just sets me up for a better day. So I just spent the first 30 minutes doing that, and it was much needed because I feel like I just kind of toss things all around my apartment on the weekend and then know that I'll worry about it on Monday. So feel much better. I literally haven't even washed my face or brushed my teeth yet. I just immediately woke up and started cleaning. So I do need to do that. But I just wanted to pick up the camera and say welcome back. I'm filming a little week in my life video. I haven't filmed a week in my life in literally so long, but I want to start getting better about it and bring them back because I know it's the type of content that you guys enjoy because they're long, there's a lot happening, there's a lot of content to be captured. So, bringing it back. Just wash my face and brush my teeth, and before I put on moisturizer or anything, I'm gonna ice roll a little bit. I feel like my face is kind of puffy from the weekend. I didn't eat too much junk food because you guys know that I'm doing no dairy for the month of May to try to figure out my skin situation. So I feel like because I'm doing no dairy for the month of May, a lot of junk food is just automatically eliminated from my diet, like ice cream, other kinds of dessert, like certain types of pasta, pizza, just stuff that I would normally eat on the weekends. I just like, not that I can't, I could, but I don't want to because I really want to try to figure out what's going on. So I didn't eat like super crappy this weekend, but I just still feel kind of puffy, and it's mainly under my eyes, and I feel like my nose gets really puffy, which is kind of weird, but I think that's also due to seasonal allergies. So I'm gonna sit here and ice roll my face. This is probably so obnoxious that I'm talking to the camera and ice rolling at the same time. Sorry guys, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Multitasking queen over here. Taking a break from ice rolling, I'm actually gonna start my morning by looking at school stuff. My new class technically started today. I got access to the course over the weekend, so I did a little bit of homework yesterday and just lectures and readings and catching up, but I think that they unlocked the upcoming weeks today as well, and I'm going on a cruise, not this coming weekend, but oh, it's still locked. Do they keep it locked? Oh, okay, they unlock it today, and I was like, are they gonna keep all the modules locked until the following Friday? Because that would ruin my whole plan. Basically, going on vacation, going on a week-long cruise. I've been talking about it pretty frequently in the last few vlogs, but I'm going on it not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. And my plan for grad school is to kind of do work a week ahead of time. Does that make any sense? So like, I'm gonna do this week's work, this front half of the week, I'm gonna do next week's work, the back half of this week, and then I'm gonna do what would be the third week's work in the second week, so that I don't have to do that much work on the cruise. But I don't even know what the work looks like because the modules are locked until noon today. So I don't know what week 2, week 3, or week 4 looks like until they unlock it. So I guess I can't really do much this morning other than start to do more of this week's work. But I did a lot of lectures yesterday. I went to a coffee shop. I was gonna vlog yesterday, and then I realized that New York City was just so gloomy, and literally all I planned on doing was going to a coffee shop and doing work, which is not the most interesting content. So I didn't vlog yesterday and figured I'd just do a week in my life today, or starting today. So I did a bunch of lectures yesterday. I'm gonna do the rest of the hold on. That was the alarm for my COVID test. I took one this morning just to be sure. Wow, this is the most chaotic clip I've ever filmed. It's not, but you know, it's up there. It was a COVID test. I just took one today because I went out Friday night and was like at literally like 3 or 4 different bars. So I just want to make sure. I have like a little bit of anxiety leading up to this cruise because of the fact that you have to get a negative COVID test to get on. So I'm just going to be really careful and really safe for the next 2 weeks so that I don't accidentally pop positive, meaning I'm going to start wearing my mask. Well, not that COVID is such an interesting topic nowadays. I wear my mask most places, but some places I don't wear my mask in a bar, just to be truthful. I don't wear my mask in restaurants, but I do wear my mask like in Target and stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna have to start wearing my mask pretty much everywhere again, including like the gym and Pilates, just so I can be safe. Like, I would be really sad if I went to take this COVID test to get on the cruise and I was positive. I would be really sad. I would feel so bad because that'd be so much money wasted. So I'm just gonna take all the precautions that I could possibly take to not be positive next week, which means COVID test today, masks. Anyways, that's what that alarm was for. Back to schoolwork. I don't even remember what I was saying, but basically I'm just gonna spend today doing the rest of this week's work. And then when that second module unlocks and the third module unlocks today at noon, I'm gonna look at my calendar and then insert assignment dates and stuff like that to see what I can knock out before that week. My goal is to not have to do any homework on the cruise. Whether or not that's a realistic goal, I have absolutely no clue because I don't know what the course layout looks like for those weeks, but it'd be really nice to not have to worry about doing homework and just to kind of set myself up for success. So, gonna spend the morning doing this week's work, then I will get into next week's work and stuff like that a little bit later, I guess. Red city boots on. So just watching Danielle Carolyn while doing like my actual job, my 9-to-5 job. And I took a break to make some avocado toast. We have wheat bread, avocado, everything but the bagel seasoning, and eggs on top. Also made another coffee because I forgot I made this yesterday. I made like a little half-calf coffee and then thought I would have time to drink it before I went to a cafe, and I didn't, so I put it in the fridge for today. And I just found it when I went to get the eggs, so fun little surprise. I get a second coffee today. Really nice, but I'm gonna go ahead, sit down, eat this. I'll probably continue watching Danielle's vlog and also doing like my actual job because it is Monday. Okay, it's a little bit later. I just want to give a quick update because I'm getting ready to like run out the door. I'm running a little bit behind. I kind of low-key forgot that I had a dentist appointment today and it's at 3:15. So I'm taking off a couple hours from work to go do that. I think I'm gonna walk there because it's really nice outside. It's like 66 degrees. So I put on a little workout outfit. I have Set Active set on. This is my Aritzia TNA hoodie. We have the Nikes, the Amazon sunglasses. This is the Hot Girl Walk fit. So I'm gonna head there now, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick update before I head out. And then I also have a Pilates class later, which I'm very excited for. So we have a busy second half of the afternoon. I just had a rough like 3 hours. I'm so confused by every event that just happened. Give me 1 second and I'm gonna catch you guys up. I have to respond to some messages from work that I got while I was at my doctor's appointment, even though they knew I was at my doctor's appointment, so I don't know why they're messaging me, but oh my god. Literally breaks my camera. That would literally be the icing on the cake. I got that taken care of. I just needed to respond to my manager because my dentist appointment took way longer than expected. I have to get a root canal done, which is super fun. Basically, I like fractured my bottom tooth, which is why my mouth has been hurting. I don't even know if I mentioned in the vlog why I was going to the dentist, but I'm going to the dentist because a few weeks ago at my birthday brunch, now I have literally something in my eye. I'm done with today. I'm really done with today. A few weeks ago at my birthday brunch, I bit into a piece of like stale bread and it fractured my tooth, apparently, according to the dentist that I just saw. So now I have to get a root canal done. So that's the first piece of bad news for our evening. Second piece, I walked all the way to Pilates, and I'm sure you can see where this is going. Walk all the way from my dentist to Pilates, which is like a 45-minute walk from my dentist. I just wanted to walk outside. It's nice outside, get a little workout in, you know? I thought that I was being proactive here and a healthy girl mindset because we were about to do Pilates next, right? Great warm-up. So I get to the Pilates studio and I'm standing outside like buzzing, and they won't buzz me in because I think there was a class going on or something, so that was my own fault because I got there a little early. But I'm trying to buzz in, won't let me buzz in, so I'm standing outside the building for a while, and then
this woman comes up to the building because I guess there's apartments above the Pilates studio, which I never realized, but it kind of makes sense because it's a bigger building. There's a woman that comes up, I'm like, oh perfect, I'll just like go in behind her and then go up to the Pilates studio. And so I step out of her way and she's like, I can't let you in. You still need to buzz up. They need to buzz you in. And I was like, okay. I mean, in my head I'm like, that's really annoying because I'm gonna buzz and then they're gonna buzz me in 2 seconds behind you and then they're gonna let me up. I don't know. So I was like, okay, yeah, no worries. They just wouldn't like buzz me in. She goes, I know, it's new intercom system. I was like, okay, cool. Like, so she goes in the building. As she's holding the door open, she proceeds to turn around and just like really nail it in that I did not live in the building. She turns around and she's like, you're a stranger. You don't live in the building. I'm not letting you in. We can't let you in. And just starts going at it. And I'm like letting it go, but she's like starting to get on my nerves. So I literally turn around. I was like, okay, I got it. Thank you. And then she slammed the door in my face. And I was like, what was the point of that? Like, I literally had already said, okay, when you said it the first time. I didn't try to argue with you. I was just telling you that they weren't responding. So what's the point of turning around and just like really being a nasty human being and then slamming the door in my face? What is the point? And the ironic part is 2 seconds later, I buzz up and they let me in. So I'm literally like right behind her as she's going up the elevator. I'm like, you didn't have to let me in, but also like you didn't need to be a nasty human, you know what I mean? So that was the second thing that just like really grinds my gears, when people are mean and nasty for absolutely no reason. And unfortunately, that's just the city life. Like, people in New York tend to be, I've come across, not every New Yorker is mean, but a lot of people in New York just like have a bad attitude, is from what I've come across. And it really bothers me because there's just no need to be mean to someone when they're not even giving you a hard time. So that was the second bad thing that happened. And then I go all the way upstairs to the Pilates studio. There's 2 classrooms in the Pilates studio, and I'm sitting in the classroom that I had booked a reservation for, and I noticed it's super empty and the teacher that I had selected wasn't there. And I was like, that's really weird. Did I get a cancellation notification? So I check my inbox, didn't get a cancellation notification. So I go back out to the hallway and I'm like, oh, did the teacher that was in this Pilates classroom like cancel today? He's like, yeah, but we're combining classes. I'm like, okay, cool. And he like, I tell him my name and he goes, okay, great. I go in, sit down in the new classroom on a reformer. I'm stretching. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a great class. And then he comes to the door. All the Pilates reformers are filled, and there's one girl standing in the hallway that doesn't have a reformer that apparently had booked the class. And so he starts going through the attendance list, and I notice my name isn't called. And he's like, did anyone's name not get called? And I was like, yeah, me. And he was like, what's your name? I was like, Hannah. He goes, okay, let me double check the list. Comes over, sits next to me. I'm like, let me check ClassPass too, like, because I signed up through ClassPass. I'm like, maybe there was a mistake on my end. Let me check. I had to literally signed up for tomorrow's class and not today's class like I had planned this morning. I legitimately signed up for Tuesday and not Monday, and was just sitting there thinking that I had booked a reservation for today. And at this point, everyone's like staring at me, and I literally have to get all my stuff, get off the reformer, go out and like leave the studio. And I literally was mortified. I was like, how the heck did that just happen? And of course he was so nice. He was like, this happens all the time. And I was like, oh my god, like, I'm so sorry. That was 100% my fault. And what sucks though is that if that other instructor hadn't canceled, there would have been room for me to just stay and do a class. I would have just like booked it right there in that instance. But because of the fact that that lady from the other room had just happened to cancel her class that day, I like was out a Pilates class. I mean, it was my own fault because I literally booked it for tomorrow and not today, which is just such a dumb move. But at the same time, like, just all of the stars aligned for me to not be able to take a Pilates class tonight. I should have left, honestly, when that lady, we're gonna call her Karen because she was being a Karen, started being like nasty down below. I should have just left at that point because she had already put me in a bad mood, and I was already like, well, I don't even want to be here anymore because you were just so rude for no reason. You were so mean. So I just want to go home. And I should have gone home because I didn't even have a class booked. And I sat in the room stretching and everything. And now I have to show up tomorrow and act like nothing happened. Like, that's so embarrassing, the fact that I have to go back to that studio and sit there and take a class as if I didn't show up the day before thinking I had a reservation. So that's been my evening. Therefore, I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna cook dinner. I'm gonna sit down and read my book. And that is all I'm gonna do for the evening because I'm done trying to do things. This evening just took a turn. And I try to be pretty positive. I'm not one of those people that is like, oh, I'm having a really bad day, unless I am really having a bad day. And I feel like I'm having a bad evening. Like, my whole day wasn't bad, but I feel like for some reason, the second half of the day, it was just shit on Hannah day. We're gonna chill out for the rest of the night. I'm not gonna like do anything crazy. I'm not gonna leave my apartment. I'm just gonna sit here and exist because I'm done. Ugh.
Good morning, happy Tuesday. It's already 10 o'clock, so I've been a little MIA this morning. I logged on to work and was immediately getting pinged to do stuff, which is never a fun way to start the day because I like to have a slower morning and then jump into work. But the second I logged on, I was immediately getting pinged like, this is a priority, this is a priority, and I'm like, okay. Which I think is my own fault because I ended up going to the dentist yesterday, obviously, so I took off like 3 hours from work to go to the dentist, and that wasn't fun. It was my own doing, but now I'm just like getting slammed with work at 10 a.m. and I don't want to do anything for the rest of the day because this is like taking up all of my brain cells first thing in the morning, and I'm not able to just chill out. But I was able to make a coffee, so we have our priorities straight over here. And I was listening to the What We Said podcast in the background. They had Indie Blue on today, or like this week. Well, they filmed it a few weeks ago, but this week's episode is with Indie Blue. And I like absolutely love Indie Blue. I think she's an icon, she's a legend, she is just like an inspiration, and I'm obsessed with her. So I literally listen to like pretty much every single podcast that she goes on, and I love her brand and stuff like that. So if you didn't know that about me, I'm an Indie Blue stan. I love her. And so I was listening to that this morning while doing work, and this has just kind of been my morning. I hate that it's so chaotic, but maybe since it's so chaotic this morning, that means that I'm gonna have a chiller afternoon, which would be very ideal. I still need to do schoolwork today. Please ignore my hair today because I'm wearing like a braid that looks like a 3-year-old did it, and it's just like, I don't know, my whole outfit, my hair, everything is not happening today. What was I saying? Still need to do schoolwork. The modules that I said that were locked yesterday were unlocked, so I kind of know what's coming up in the next few weeks, and I just like want to crank it out. Like, I'm just in the mood to crank it out. I want to get it done so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, it's a while later. Like, the reflection in my glasses is quite crazy looking, and I've just been so busy with work today. Like, it's actually insane. I keep getting handed all these tasks, which is fine, but I just feel like I haven't really had time to like pick up the camera or do anything for myself. I literally had to work and eat lunch at the same time, which normally I like to sit down, watch a YouTube video and eat lunch just to take a little break, but I didn't even have time for that today. I literally was stuffing my face while I was on a call and like taking notes and stuff like that. So that's my day today, but I just wanted to pick up the camera and give you guys a little update. I finished this week's schoolwork already, and it's only Tuesday, so I'm really proud of myself for that. It sounds like my plan to have next week's work done at the end of this week, and then the following week's work done next week is gonna work out, so I won't have any work on the cruise, but obviously I haven't started next week's work yet. I'm giving myself a little break because I literally just did like 56 textbook questions for my assignment that's due this week, so my brain is like slightly fried and doesn't want to learn any more about finance or like finance terms. So might pick it back up later, but also it wouldn't be the end of the world if I just started it tomorrow, because then I have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to do all of next week's work. I try not to do schoolwork on the weekends because I really like my weekends to be like a break from school, a break from my 9-to-5 job, a break from pretty much everything. The only thing I really do is like sometimes YouTube stuff or like vlogging, so gonna try to get that done at least this week, probably starting tomorrow. I can't foresee myself wanting to do any more finance work today, but it's been a crazy day, and I'm not mad about it because I feel like it's kind of making the day fly by, and I still have, I feel like, a lot to do today, like personal stuff. I'm gonna put you guys down. Now that work is chilled out, I think I want to run downstairs and do a load of laundry because I have like a whole bag. Honestly, my laundry basket is really full, but I have a bag that I want to do that is for like the drying rack, so I only have to put it in the washing machine, not the dryer, so I don't have to sit there the whole time. So I kind of want to do that, but I'm waiting on one more message from my manager before I go do that, and then that's potentially on the list. I just want to like knock things out. I feel like I'm having such a productive day that I want to keep the motivation going so that I can have a chiller rest of the week, which would be very ideal. Ignore how pale I am, but I'm getting ready to go for a little walk. So I wanted to show you the outfit. I'm wearing these Lululemon Align biker shorts. These are the 6-inch ones. I personally love this length and I love the fit of them, so I'll have them linked down below. Lululemon top, Nike sports bra, a Calvin Klein zip-up hoodie. I feel like zip-up hoodies are like kind of coming back and I'm here for it. There's a few from Brandy Melville that are super cute that have been on my list of things to get lately, so may have to invest in those soon. And then I'm wearing my Nike sneakers. I never really wear these anymore because they're like really bright orange, but I really like them. So outfit of the day for the hot girl walk. I did not just do that, guys. Huh? I was getting my liquid IV down, which I keep behind like all that stuff because it's just the easiest place for them. And I knocked my flower off the top shelf and it just exploded everywhere. And I'm just in shock right now, I think. Honestly, really glad it didn't go on the floor and it's just on the countertop because that's gonna be way easier to clean up. But also at the same time, like, how did I even manage to do that? Okay, I picked that up. I literally can't believe that I just knocked the crap out of that flower and it spilled everywhere. I was able to save like a fourth of it, but the rest was doomed and went straight down the sink. I'm honestly just glad it landed in the sink because that was a very easy cleanup. Could you imagine if I had spilled that on my carpet? I would have just quit for the day, literally. Like I said, literally the whole reason that I went up there in the first place was to get the liquid IV container down, or a new one down. I finished the lime that they sent me, so now we're on to the acai berry. This saved me when I had like the worst hangover the other day. I chugged a liquid IV at like 6 a.m. and was basically, I wasn't fully revived, but I was able to function like a human, partially like a human for the rest of the day, so that was good. But I just feel like I need some extra hydration today. And now I want something with a little flavor, but I don't need any caffeine. So this is perfect. Hydration, flavor, no caffeine, gives you electrolytes, good for a little workout class. So like I said, this is the acai berry one. I like it. It's like, it just tastes like raspberry or berry flavored, so I'm a big fan. I know plastic water bottles are bad for the environment, but I feel like for me, sometimes it's easier when I know that I'm gonna do a liquid IV packet to put it in a plastic water bottle because then I can just throw it out after. I feel like sometimes when I put them in my Yeti, the flavor kind of lingers for a while, even if I wash it. So I like plastic water bottles for these. Perfect. Also, not sponsored, but I do have a discount code with them where you can get 25% off your order. And it's always linked in the description of my video. Also, I'll just pop it up on the bottom of the screen right here. But I really like liquid IV personally, and think that they're really tasty, so I would personally recommend. It's literally so good. Good morning, happy Wednesday. From me and my large Dunkin' iced coffee. The Dunkin' wasn't an accident, but getting it as a large was definitely an accident. I got an iced coffee with oat milk and 2 pumps of caramel. Really good, but definitely didn't need the large. I'm also not mad about it. It was just like a surprise when I went to Dunkin' this morning to pick it up. And it was a large, not a medium. But you know what? Clearly, the universe was blessing me today, and they were like, you're gonna need this, so we're gonna take it. What was the last thing you guys saw? I think me going to Pilates last night, then I came back here, packed a little overnight bag, spent the night in Williamsburg at my boyfriend's apartment, and I got Dos Toros tacos for dinner. We walked down by the water. I got Van Leeuwen's ice cream, the vegan flavors, because you guys know I'm not doing dairy for the month of May. And their vegan flavors are actually really good. So if you guys are dairy free and you guys have a Van Leeuwen's or Van Leeuwen's near you, I don't know if that's just a New York City brand. It might be, but if you guys live in the city, the vegan flavors are actually really good. The texture is a little weird, but I got the cookie dough and the dark chocolate brownie. The cookie dough was my favorite probably out of the two. The dark chocolate brownie was like not really my favorite, but it was still pretty good. I was surprised because I didn't think that I was gonna like dairy-free ice cream just because I am a big dairy ice cream girl. Like, I love ice cream. But I was pleasantly surprised and definitely would get it again. So, but now it's Wednesday. I just got off a meeting. I had a meeting like literally right when I logged on to work at 9 a.m. It just wrapped up and I'm doing a little bit of editing. I'm editing this vlog actually, just because whenever I film like week in my life videos, I like to stay caught up on my editing because these videos tend to be like 45 minutes, which ends up being like 2 to 3 hours of footage, and if I leave all of that for the end of the week, it just is a nightmare. So I edit as I film. So that was what I was doing this morning,
And now I'm just chilling. I don't have another meeting until 11:30 a.m. So I am just kind of like vibing, but I feel like I have way more energy today than I did yesterday. I fell asleep last night. We were watching a movie and I like knocked within the first 30 minutes. Do you hear that? That's literally my neighbors, 24/7. Let me know what they're doing over there that sounds like that. It's like they're bowling or something, but just like all day. Anyways, I fell asleep during the movie last night, like within the first 30 minutes. So I went to bed at like 10:30, got up at 7:40, and I've been up ever since. So I just wanted to say good morning. Happy Wednesday.
And get a workout in.
Another day, another avocado toast. Literally has been my go-to breakfast lately. Back on the avocado toast kick with everything but the bagel seasoning and just an egg on top. So good, I swear. Good morning, happy Thursday. Ignore the outfit, I'm still in my pajamas, but I just decided that I wanted to have a little bit of a slower morning. I logged on to work. I'm getting ready to put on the Kardashians. I'm kind of just like multitasking and prepping for the day. Very, very tired, despite the fact that I actually fell asleep at like 10:30 or 11 last night and then didn't wake up until like 5, went to the bathroom, came back, fell back asleep, which is a pretty good schedule for me because normally I wake up 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night, but last night I feel like I slept through all the way, so I'm not sure why I'm so tired, but I am. So I want to take it a little bit slower. So many of the shows that I watch were released on Hulu last week and yesterday, or today. So we have the Kardashians, Grey's Anatomy, Station 19, and I think I'm gonna watch the Kardashians now. I'll probably watch like Grey's and Station 19 later tonight, but I like love watching the Kardashians on Thursdays. It's become like my Thursday tradition. I just think it's so good. I live for the Kardashian family. So just wanted to say good morning. I made, or I tried to make, I should say, a brown sugar shaken espresso latte drink, but I forgot that I put brown sugar and cinnamon in it and proceeded to then put hazelnut in it as well. So it's a little bit on the sweeter side, but I will have to say it's actually really good. Like, it's not a coffee that I would typically reach for because of how sweet it is, but the flavor is really good with the brown sugar. So like brown sugar and hazelnut, that's honestly such a good combo, and I am a fan of it. I'm glad it didn't ruin the coffee because that would have just put like a damper in my morning. Instead it just made it a little bit sweet. So I'm gonna drink this, watch the Kardashians, multitask with work, and get my day started.
A little bit later, I finished watching the Kardashians. Literally love that show so much. I'm so glad they brought it back. And I feel like the new like series of the Kardashians is a little bit different than the first one, but not different in a bad way. Like, it's just so good, I think. So now I am gonna try to grind. I was also doing a little bit of schoolwork while I was doing that. I was looking to see what I could do for the rest of this week and what I need to do next week. Unfortunately, this big exam that I have in Module 2 is locked until next Friday, which is the day that I leave for the cruise, so that's kind of frustrating because I'm gonna have to probably do the exam like on the cruise, which is not ideal. I was planning on getting all my work done before that. So now I need to see what else is locked because I didn't look to see if things were locked. I just looked to see if I could do them, and I can technically do all of them, but not if they're locked until a certain date. So that's like a little bit frustrating. I'm just gonna have to figure out like how to deal with it. Anyways, that's what I've been up to this morning. I feel like I kind of owe an explanation for why I didn't vlog much yesterday, and it was simply just because I literally wasn't doing anything. Like, I had so many meetings yesterday. I would have them and then like a 30-minute break and then another meeting and then another 30-minute break, and so in between the 30-minute breaks I was literally doing like other work or schoolwork, and I also finished my book yesterday. So I just feel like I was really busy, and then the only thing that I did after work was I walked down to Soho, I went to Reformation, and I went to Zara to see if I could find any last minute cute like dresses for the cruise, which I didn't end up finding anything, which was frustrating, but it is what it is. And then I called it a night, and that was literally it. So you guys didn't miss out on much. I was just kind of like head down. That didn't feel like vlogging, but like just didn't have anything to vlog or share, so I didn't want to force the content. But now we're picking it back up today, and it's kind of gonna be the same as yesterday, to be completely honest. I just like don't have as many meetings. I just don't like, I don't know, that's like my one issue with filming week in my life vlogs, is I feel the need to like have stuff planned so these vlogs are entertaining for you guys. But at the end of the day, I do work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, so it's hard to make these vlogs exciting when every single day is pretty much the same, you know what I mean? I also know that you guys like enjoy these very chiller vlogs because they're a little bit more relatable, and not everyone lives like a glam life, so I know you guys enjoy it, but for me filming it, it just feels repetitive, so that's where I'm at with that. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick update and go from there. Physically, I'm in New York, but mentally I'm here. I love putting these little backdrops on the TV with calming music or sounds in the background. So this one, I just literally searched beach, and it has like calming sounds of the waves, and I'm obsessed. I just finished putting all the clothes that were away on this rack. I have more laundry that I need to do. Shocker. Whenever I do laundry, it's always like a 6-load type of ordeal, which is why I need an in-unit washer dryer in my next place, because it's getting out of hand. I put all the clothes away that were in this basket. This basket tends to be like a catch-all place. I don't know if anyone else has that. I feel like a lot of times some people have chairs in their room and that's the catch-all chair, but I have a catch-all basket. So I just put all my clothes away for that. Cleaned up the room, cleaned up out here. The apartment is looking really good. I need to put those shoes away actually, now that I notice that. I feel like I did a good job of picking up in here, and it's starting to feel clean again. All right, you guys know what time it is. I need to shut my door first. I cannot wait for the children to go away, like for summer break, because it's just so loud. You guys know what time it is. I'm going for a hot girl walk. I have a meeting at 2, but it's 1 right now, so I have like an hour break. So I want to like get outside and get some exercise in before my next call. From 2 p.m. to like 4:30, I'm on meetings, so I want to get outside while I can. Wearing Lululemon shorts. I got them last summer, I think. They're like my favorite Lululemon aligned biker shorts that I own. I think the color is so pretty. Then I'm wearing a little Athleta, I don't know, athletic top. I probably wouldn't wear this to work out, but I think it's nice to pair with like biker shorts and stuff for walks. Wearing my Nike, literally almost fell over, my Nike shoes, Apple Watch. This is the fit. Okay, I'm back from my little stroll. It's so insanely nice outside. I literally wish I could sit outside all day. This would be such a good Central Park day where you just like lay out a blanket, have water, have snacks, and get some vitamin D in, because it's like the perfect temperature. I think it's like 68, but the sun is fully shining. There's only a few clouds in the sky. UV is 6. It's like perfect, but I have to work, so priorities. Anyways, yeah, the walk is so nice. Honestly, taking walks like that, whether or not they're short, are like some of my favorite things to do, because I think that's some of the best ways to explore New York, in my personal opinion. I feel like a lot of the coffee shops that I've come across, or a lot of the hidden gems that I've come across, restaurants, stores, so on and so forth, have been from taking my like silly little walks. It hasn't been from Google, it hasn't been from those like websites that tell you the best kept secrets of New York. It's literally from just going out on a walk without like an intended path and then stumbling across coffee shops and stuff. Like, I literally did this today when I went out for my walk. I was walking around and came across the cutest little cafe that looked like it served like brunch or lunch and coffee, and it was like all white with a kind of like a light royal blue type color to it. I don't know, it just looked so pretty, and I'm definitely going back to it because it looked stunning. But when I looked it up on Google Maps, it like doesn't exist on Google Maps. So that's what I'm saying, is that like a lot of these shops, I feel like, aren't shops that you would come across on Google Maps. It's just stuff that you have to run into. So now I know it exists. Google Maps doesn't know it exists, but I know it exists, so I can't wait to go back and like try it out. Have a little coffee there one day. But yeah, that was just so refreshing, and I feel like it really boosted my mood, gave me a little bit of energy, and now I need to get back to work, get back to schoolwork, get back to the regular life. I'm getting ready to have a little Celsius for a midday pick-me-up. I'm trying a new flavor. It's the strawberry lemonade flavor. This is what it looks like. I got it at my local Target. Normally I like the watermelon flavor. That's like my favorite that Celsius makes, but I'm excited to try this one too. It smells super sweet though.
Ooh, this is literally so good. What the heck? Kind of tastes similar to the watermelon one that I like, which may be why I like it, but this is literally bomb. Wow. Celsius did something with this drink. Shout out. So good, holy crap. Okay, it's a bit later. Ignore the redness on my face. I was just picking at a zit, which is not good. Don't do that, guys. I just finished with work. It's 5:07 now. I'm getting ready to head to Pilates. I booked a class this morning and I made sure, don't you worry, that it was on the correct day before I booked it. So I booked it for today at 5:30. And it's with a new instructor that I've never tried before, so I'm very excited to try out her class. And every instructor has a different style. I do have one instructor in particular that I really like going to, and I don't really like ever switch it up from her just because I feel like her style like really works for me, but she doesn't teach on Thursdays. So I'm trying someone new today, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, I just wanted to pick up the camera and update you guys. I'm getting ready to head out. It was an eventful day of work, but I'm glad that it's over. I'm glad it's nice outside. We have blue skies, and I'm just like very excited to get this workout in. Okay, I'm back from Pilates. I honestly don't know how I feel about that class. My legs are so fatigued that they're legitimately uncontrollably shaking. I think I finally got it a little bit more under control, but when I got off the reformer to stretch, I could not get either of my legs to stop shaking. They were like violently shaking, which was scary because I've never had that happen before. I didn't tell anyone, I just like tried to walk it off and drink water. So I'm not sure that class was like my fave. Also, just the instructor was going so fast that you almost couldn't keep up, and like some of the moves just didn't make sense. So I think I'm just gonna be sticking to my main girl and see what days she works, and then go to her class on days that she works. So I might have to like switch up my little routine of Tuesday, Thursdays to like Monday, Wednesdays or something like that, but that was an experience. Anyways, I'm excited because I got a package in the mail. And why I'm excited about this package is that I thought it was stolen, or potentially was stolen, so little story time. This package said that it was delivered last Friday. I didn't get the notification that it was delivered until Saturday afternoon, when they apparently had delivered it Friday morning. So I automatically knew something weird was up there. I was gone out of the city all day Saturday. I was spending time with my boyfriend's family, and when I got back, there was no package in sight. So I immediately knew like either my package was stolen or something super weird was going on. And after like a few days of it not showing up, I waited till Monday, still didn't show up. I was like, okay, the package got stolen. Either one, someone came into the building and stole the package, two, someone in the building stole the package, or three, the delivery driver just like lied about delivering it. And I come down the stairs to go to Pilates, and look what's sitting on the stairs of my apartment building. Literally my Princess Polly package that was missing. So now I'm thinking either one, someone thought it was their package and took it to their apartment and realized it wasn't, and then decided to give it back, or two, the delivery people originally lost my package, lied about losing my package, said it was delivered, and then found it and actually delivered it. Which it honestly could be either, but it hasn't been opened, so I'm thinking it might have been two, that the delivery people just literally lied about delivering the package and then went about their day. But anyways, I'm excited because I ordered stuff for the cruise, and I was sad when it got stolen or whatever the heck happened, because I think these are going to be such cute cruise items. So the first thing that we have, and I'm not going to try it right now because I'm like really sweaty, but the first thing that we have is this cutie little blue floral dress. Actually, I think it's a romper. Are you a romper or a dress? Oh, it's a dress. Which honestly might be too big now that I'm looking at it. I always size up in their sizes in like dresses and stuff because they make their dresses really short. I also have a bigger chest, so it just works out. So I'll have to try this on. But this is what it looks like. The pattern's very cute. It's like florals. I feel like these are very in for the spring. I can picture me wearing this with like heels or my Converse or my cowboy boots. I think it'd personally be so cute with cowboy boots. But yeah, I got this. And then I got, my legs are so sore, it's actually ridiculous. I don't like the texture of this, I don't think. I thought this was gonna be satiny, and it is cloth. But I got this little black skirt with a slit in it. I got it in an extra small, that's ballsy of me. But it looks kind of short, and I think my butt may hang out of this. So we're gonna try it on and see. I thought it was satin though when I ordered it. I don't know why I thought it was satin, but I feel like this is just, you can never go wrong with a basic black skirt. You can pair it with so many different like neutral colored tops, tank tops. And you guys know that I'm into very like neutral, simple, basic tops and stuff like that. So just figured I'd get this for the summer, but I don't know if this is gonna fit. Also, I think it's see-through. To be determined. I'm gonna try these on, not today, because I need to take a shower and then I'm going out to dinner, I'm pretty sure. That's it for my Princess Polly haul. That's it for my Princess Polly haul. Why was that so hard to say? Clearly my brain is fatigued too. I love Indy Blue. I think she's an icon, she's a legend. Dunkin' in months, and then all of a sudden I get it twice in 1 week, so that's how this week is going. This one's different than the one I got on Wednesday. This is a oat milk latte with vanilla. Not the biggest fan of it, but yet I did chug it, as you guys can see. It's 10:36 now. Oh, also happy Friday, TGIF, because just TGIF, you know? Need the weekend to be here ASAP. Just made a little fruit bowl. I've been on meetings all morning, which is why I haven't picked up the camera until now. I also spent the night in Williamsburg last night. We went to the meatball shop for dinner and just hung out. I got to catch up on Grey's Anatomy, Station 19, all of my favorite shows, so it was a pretty chill night. Came back here this morning. Like I said, immediately jumped onto a bunch of meetings and calls and stuff like that for work, and now I am chilling. Today's gonna be a really big school day. I'm really trying to stick to my plan. Some of the homework for next week is really, really long, and I'm glad I started it yesterday because I didn't realize how long it was gonna be until it took me hours to do only like half of the assignment. So I'm glad I started it early, because if I had tried to do that next week on top of like week 3's work, it would have been way too much. So today's gonna be a really big, heavy schoolwork day, and that is pretty much like all I plan on doing is working and schoolwork. And then I have some plans later tonight. It was my friend's birthday a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and she's doing like a little boat cruise in New York, so I think that's what I'm planning on doing tonight. But until then, I'm just grinding out. It's a little bit later and I'm done with meetings for the day, thankfully. I'm also pretty much caught up on all of my work. I do have some more schoolwork to look at, but I'm taking like a little bit of a break because my mind is just kind of mush at this point. And it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But I talked about finishing this book the other day, but I realized that I never really like gave my formal review on it. This is a really popular book that's been trending on like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. So many people have recommended this book. It's The Golden Couple by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. I guess they're dual authors. I didn't even know that was like a thing until I read this book, but I guess they like co-authored the book together. I don't even really know how that works. I want to talk about this book because I feel like so many people recommended this book because they thought it was the ultimate 5-star read. They were obsessed. They thought it was like such a good thriller, such a good psychological thriller, and recommended it to everyone. And I have some like conflicting opinions on this book. Honestly, this was like not my favorite book that I've ever read. I gave it 4 stars. I'd probably give it more like 3.5, 3.8 out of 5 stars if I had to give a rating. Based on all the reviews that everyone talked about, I expected to whiz through this book, and it took me a while to read because I felt like it was kind of slow. Like I just wanted to get to the point. They needed some more dramatic effects in there. They needed something that was like truly shocking. I feel like all of the twists and turns that were throughout the book weren't really shocking, in my personal opinion. Yeah, I gave this book like 4 stars on Goodreads, but really my true rating would be like 3.5, 3.8 out of 5. It just didn't do it for me, but I'm curious if any of you guys have read this book. What was your opinion on it? Do you have like the same opinion as me, or do you think that it is for sure like a 5-star read? Because I just have to disagree with all the people that say this is like a really, really, really good book. I just thought it was like decent. I didn't want to abandon it, but it wasn't my fave. And I would definitely still recommend, like it's a good thriller like I was saying, but it just didn't do it for me. I don't know, personal opinion. Although I did think the ending was pretty shocking. Not gonna give it away, but that was pretty shocking, I will have to say. I will admit, ending had a little bit of a twist. I just wanted to review that book because I had talked about finishing it earlier this week and then realized I never even talked about what book I was finishing or my review on it. So I wanted to recap that really quickly. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end off this vlog here. I was editing this video this morning and it is like 45 minutes long already, And I know you guys like longer vlogs, but I feel as though if I make it any longer than 45 minutes, it starts to get a little bit crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and end off this week in my life here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end, you're a real one, because like I said, this vlog is very long, but I appreciate all your guys' love and support. We're so close to 3,000 subscribers, so if you're not subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.